listeners, joining us on Strike a Chord from Chicago, Illinois is Wolf Road live on the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show. Also check out our 5th installment of Off the Fret, more music talk featuring indie pop rock band Animal Sun, out now on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. And we got the one and only Chris Hoffman with us right now. He is the vocalist in Wolf Road. So how's it going, fam?
What's up, Chris? Thanks for having me on, dude. So stoked to be here.
Absolutely.
Hey.
We got the C square in effect right now. So let's
Ooh,
make it happen.
Are you a law
people.
clerk, Chris Hoffman? Are you a law clerk?
Oh, I do. That just popped.
Yeah, it just popped up. Oh, singer and a law clerk.
Yeah, you know,
Marissa,
we'll get there in a second.
That's my day job.
Yeah, don't jump ahead now, Marissa. We'll get there, okay, fam? You control yourself. You sit down, okay? No, but Chris, your brand new single, Way Down, is about picking up the pieces after you've had your heart broken. And the year 2022, for every artist featured on Strike a Chord, is writing new music about being dumped or feeling horny during the pandemic. So what is going on, Chris? I mean, have you lost your mojo? Talk to me. What's going on?
Dude, you pretty much nailed it, honestly. I mean, that song's about a pandemic relationship. Came up summer 2020, getting out there and got my heart broke. So
is it because you guys' name is Chris? Is that just like the common
that's a real possibility. I mean, I don't know why ladies are so
Chris.
afraid to get in a relationship with Chris's. I don't understand. I mean,
you need to make a song about that, Chris.
It's just bad luck, I guess. What's your middle name? Do you have the same middle name too? Maybe there's like some stars aligning mojo.
They're mine. I mean, it's Kelly. So, that's
Kelly.
based off my mom's last name and my little brother's name. We used to always have a little running joke saying, he's the adopted child. My mom always wanted a kid with blonde hair with blue eyes, but we're not going to go there right now. We're talking about your mojo, young man, okay? Yeah. And you have a line in the chorus where you sing, "Life goes on and you've never been better." And you've been on record speaking on this new single saying, quote, "I knew it was hurting me seeing posts from someone I wanted to be with, but I couldn't pull myself away." And I don't know how you torture yourself by following your ex on social media. So what the hell are you doing, Chris?
Yeah, no, I was pretty much a fucking idiot is what that was, honestly. I mean, yeah, that really sums up the song. I mean, it was like the breakup happened and, I was still so attached to it, and it was kind of like amicable-ish. So that's why I didn't, block her, take her down on anything. So it was torture, like seeing eventually like someone's out there having fun without you and, maybe ends up with somebody else along the way there. And I should have just like got ahead of it. But I was torturing myself because I felt like I was just still so connected,
Absolutely.
Some bullshit like that,
Yeah. You get that little butterflies fluttering in your stomach. Maybe she starts to lose that. You do too. But you follow up by saying, quote, "It's like the tiny dopamine you get from seeing that person's face outweighs how shitty you feel when you remember they don't feel the same way about you." And do you feel the human connection and genuine love that you were just speaking on right now was at its peak during the pandemic? Or would you say right now, coming out of isolation?
You mean like with the person the song's about, or just like in general?
I would say in general. Have you felt like, because, you're a single man, I'm assuming now, and have you found that like loss of connection to like actually try and pursue a relationship more than, in pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe I tried a little harder during the pandemic, because I think that was something a lot of people went through, honestly, when you're
we had more time. We had more time to invest in somebody.
You had more time to swipe right and regret later. But did you actually have a genuine love circle going on? I think that's
Chris wants to know, were you having sex during the pandemic or were you hand jobbing it by yourself?
Exactly.
Okay, he wants to know.
Were you banging during the pandy? Yeah. All the good questions, the real hardcore questions here on the podcast.
We try, you know what I mean?
Only time you're going to be able to hear all the hard griping dirt that you're going to hear.
You could have ordered a
Strike
sex doll. You could have ordered a sex doll that looked like her and kept that romance going.
We did have that.
These are practical considerations that I wasn't smart enough at the time. Like I said,
see, if you would have come to us earlier, we could have helped you out with that idea.
We could have helped you pick out the perfect sex doll that would have cured your relationship. But all right, enough jokes, everybody. Let's go ahead and get ready to show the CCS family what's good by playing Wolf Road's new music video, Way Down, live on the Chris College Show, Millennial Talk Show. Yeah, that's what's good. That is Wolf Road, and that is their new music video, Way Down. So go ahead and check that out on all streaming services. And I just want to let you guys know that this is Strike a Chord, where if you physically or digitally pick up that record, you're going to know these tracks. And if you're checking out this interview, why are you waiting? Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't ever miss a live show. And we got Chris Hoffman with us. He is the vocalist of Wolf Road. And let's talk about some of your early work, because I think your EP Counterpoint is a phenomenal record and worth a listen for rock and roll fans who love A Day to Remember and Senses Fail, to name a few, because I love your single As Good As It Gets, as it shows fans a more mellow, a delicate side of the band, featuring acoustic guitars and sweet harmonies. But where I'm getting with this, Chris, is Avenged Sevenfold's lead vocalist, M. Shadow, kind of came out of the works recently. And he says he blames pop productions for contributing in the downfall of rock and metal music. That's a direct attack towards your genre of music. So what would you say to M. Shadow right now?
I mean, first off, that's like just such a boomer take, I feel like.
It's so true.
The first thing I would say is like, when was the last time you had a good song again?
Oh, dang, shots fired.
Years ago. And this has come from a guy, like, I loved Avenged Sevenfold. Like, high school, that was my shit. That was my bread and butter. Like, learning to play guitar, riffs and all that stuff, Unholy Confessions, all that. But
yeah, it's like, why do these guys that feel like they're going into their 8th studio album just feel like they can just speak out of their ass and just be like, hey, I feel like I could dissect every little subgenre in the rock and roll scene and let people know why we think it's bad?
And music is supposed to change and evolve. I mean, if it stayed static, we'd still be listening to classical music from Mozart, right? I mean, like it is supposed to change, have influences from generations, from cultures, from all kinds of different things. And I hate when bands want to take this like snotty nose viewpoint of stuff. Like, it irritates me. I'm like, just shut up and collect that check.
It's so stupid because it's like you guys do a beautiful rendition with acoustic guitars and sweet harmonies, and you've spoken in the past about As Good As It Gets, saying, quote, one thing that was really important to me was that I didn't want this song to be one-sided. I'm far from perfect, and when things fall apart, both sides usually share the sum of the blame. And you can't be serious, right? I mean, like, you really think it's mutual? I mean, I must be toxic, I guess. I don't know what's going on.
This is about the same relationship The Way Down is about.
Oh, so damn it, Chris. What is going on?
Really fucked with my head to the point where I had to write 2 songs about it, I guess, is what that is. But no, I mean, I think it is. And honestly, part of that, too, is like, you know, my whole band, we're fans of pop punk music. That's like a big part of what we do. And it's kind of like worn out, tired trope where a lot of songs are just like, they feel almost misogynistic, like bashing on women and stuff like that. Or maybe they don't like give away the person's gender straight up, but it's just like, it kind of leaves a bad taste.
Well, that's like 80s hair metal, you know, if you think about it. That's kind of...
Maybe it's just rock and roll, but like, it felt like it would be cool.
Look, the only time a breakup is one-sided is when you're breaking up with your sex doll.
Yeah,
other than that, there is always 2 sides. One person, miscommunication, doing one, not the other, insecure, cheat. There's so much that comes through with it.
Yeah, the relationship's over.
Chris, I'm with you. I mean, Chris H, I'm with you, okay?
Okay, gotcha.
Chris H, not CC.
Okay, the C square, we're not on the same page. No, just kidding. No. But Chris, As Good As It Gets is a cathartic pop punk track. I mean, it reminds me of the glory days of MTV when music videos had a message to encompass the song. And is the video we're about to watch like something that had to do with a real life scenario with this breakup?
Yeah, I mean, it sort of is. There's a lot of places like in the video, kind of a fun fact, like where you see the shots of me and the other singer, Sylvia, who features on the track. We're like walking around this like park area and stuff like that. It's an area in Chicago called the 606. It's like a former L station, like train track elevated. They turned into like a park and stuff. And that's actually like where I went on my first date with this girl. So it was a not so subtle.
Okay, I'm sorry, Chris. You're like so sweet. I'm like, oh.
Well, I guess that's like what I love about Wolf Road. There's all these like little hidden messages and anecdotes, and we wouldn't be able to figure that out if it wasn't having the luxury to be able to talk with Chris Hoffman right now. And let's go ahead and show the CCS family what's good by playing that music video, As Good As It Gets, live on the Chris College Show, Millennial Talk Show.
white prolonged, and nothing's off the table when you deal with the devil. Should I celebrate or suffer, or somewhere in between? Oh Lord, nowhere to go. With memories on replay, she said, is this as good as it gets?
Yours, and you'll regret that you didn't take the time to figure why.
And I know I never said I'm sorry, but to you it's all the same. I got all fucked up on what never was instead of what could have been.
You make me miss reminisce,
but not enough to make a difference.
You're too proud for forgiveness, too guilty to make amends.
Who would have known you'd take the better parts and pieces of me? Did you learn to love the mess? We were young, so directionless. But I know, just as soon as I leave you, I'll be right.
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
The way we felt things now so white prolonged, and nothing's off the table when you deal with the devil. Should I celebrate or suffer, or somewhere in between? Oh Lord, nowhere to go. With memories on replay, she said, is this as good as it gets? It's only inside of my head. Cold days, a long night ahead. It's only inside my head. And I know.
What a beautiful track. You can check that out off their EP Counterpoint, and that is the song As Good As It Gets. And this is Strike a Chord, where if you physically or digitally pick up that record, you're going to know these tracks. And if you're tuning in now, you might as well like and subscribe so you never miss a live show. And we got vocalist Chris Hoffman of Wolf Road. And let's continue the conversation, people, because we're about to be playing the next music video, which is A Twisted World. But before we get into that, it's my understanding that during the pandemic, you graduated from law school and passed the bar exam. I mean, congrats.
Oh, dang, you passed?
Beyond.
Okay, that's hard. That's hard. Congratulations.
Oh, I thought you were about to say that's hot.
Oh, it is hot. I
Okay,
mean,
yeah,
that's
that's
but it's also hard. So like you're hot
supposed
and
to-
you have brains.
You're supposed to encourage his mojo
And
to be
he's
even
emotionally
higher.
sweet. Oh my God. Chris C, take notes from Chris H. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
I will, but I ain't going to legal school anytime soon. But the reason I'm bringing this up, Chris, is what keeps you motivated to stay in a band? Is it your brother in the group? Is it the love of the music? Because I'm sure everybody's in your ear, from friends to family, going, why the hell are you not pursuing your legal career? So talk to me, like, what has been those conversations so far?
I mean, I love doing music, and I do work like as a lawyer for my day job, but like music is my passion for sure. I honestly, like, I love every part of being in a band. Like, even sometimes when we're doing the business stuff, like designing shirts and stuff like that, like it can get a little tough just coordinating with all the people, but I love it all. I love playing shows. I love filming music videos, like doing interviews, talking and meeting cool people like you right now. Like, seriously, I love every part of the job.
You know what? It's kind of so funny because, you know, I obviously been watching Better Call Saul. You kind of got me thinking about that because he's always constantly on the road. He's got his little cell phone. Maybe he's got multiple phones, you know, and he's just like constantly being a lawyer on the move. Is that something that you might do even when Wolf Road's on tour?
Yeah, if I could get that to
That's
happen, I would
insane.
totally consider that. Yeah.
That is truly remarkable, my friend. But you know what? Let's go ahead and make sure that, because we want to have enough time to be able to play the music video in full. So let's do that due diligence for Chris Hoffman right now. And we're going to be playing his music video, A Twisted World, off their EP, Nowhere Around You, live on the Chris College Show, Millennial Talk Show. A Twisted World. You can find that track off their EP, Nowhere Around You. And Chris Hoffman, while we got you for less than 30 seconds, let the people know what's good. Can we expect a future LP or EP in the mix?
Well, I don't know about LP, EP. I can't say anything about that right now, but we did just announce, like literally an hour ago, we've got a new song coming out next week. It's called Burn All of Your Bridges. You can pre-save that. You find us anywhere on social media at Wolf Road Band. That's at Wolf RD Band. Give us a follow, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that good shit, and you can pre-save Burn All of Your Bridges there.
And that's what's good. This band's going to be here to stay, my friends. Chris Hoffman, we can't thank you enough for joining Strike a Chord on the Chris College Show, Millennial Talk Show. Enjoy your weekend, my friend.
Thank you. You too, guys.
Peace.